Joined now by Don Kirshner here at Van Allen Hall, working with the Juno Spacecraft project. And Don, could you just talk about your role in the project and where it started and kind of what's evolved from there?
I'm the principal engineer for the Juno Waves instrument, and that's an instrument we proposed on the Juno Spacecraft, and were selected, and that started in roughly 2005, and we launched it in 2011, and today it is coming back, flying by the Earth to pick up energy to get out to Jupiter, and we've arranged a ham radio exercise of people all over the world to try to transmit a message and send up to the spacecraft and be received by the receiver that we built here.
Well, this one was correct when Juno was coming by. What if we could send a message? What if we could actually get usable information using a terrestrial radio station using a science instrument? So we came up with this idea of sending Morse code, very slow Morse code, to make sure the spacecraft could pick it up, of an intelligible message.
We're here with Tony Rogers, president of the University Amateur Radio Club at the University of Iowa. And Tony, some pretty interesting stuff going on here at Van Allen Hall. Can you just talk about your involvement?
Sure. We have the Juno Spacecraft on its way to Jupiter flying by overhead, and we're trying to say hi to one of the science instruments on board that was built here at the University of Iowa Physics and Astronomy Department. Because of the nature of the instrument on the spacecraft, it can't detect radio signals like you would normally hear out of your car stereo or anything like that. So we're sending Morse code, dits and das, dashes and dots, just the same as you see on the online or anywhere else, but we're sending it very, very slowly. We're sending it one dit at a time so that we spell out the words hi. HI, and it takes us about 10 minutes to send each iteration of that word. We're sending it over and over again during Juno's closest approach to the Earth, taking about 2.5 hours all told, and sending high 14 times while we're at it. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have the data back down. We'll be able to take a look at the data from the instrument. We'll see all of those dits and dashes in the science telemetry, and we'll be able to see whether we're able to say hi to Juno.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't heard much on the context of the world before. Conditions here really dictate.
With the ham radio project now going on just a few feet away from us upstairs, what's that been like today, seeing a large group of people trying to communicate with something that you helped build?
Well, it's been pretty fun to see a lot of people try to talk to a spacecraft. A normal person doesn't have a chance to interact directly with a planetary spacecraft, so it's been pretty fun giving other people a chance to do something that we kind of do daily.
Using some pretty dated technology with ham radio. It's an interesting combination between the two.
It is, but just because the ideas and the concepts and the base technology are dated, the application is still fairly modern. Morse code is still used fairly often today in communications because it's so efficient. Just because something old doesn't mean it doesn't still work very, very well. In this case, for example, the science instrument on board is state-of-the-art. It's one of the most modern instruments that we've sent into space yet. But in order to talk to it, in order to make sure that we talk to it, and to ensure that communication happens, sometimes using the old ways work best.